Hello, 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 and welcome to Angels Don't Lie. I'm your host, Jeannie Street, and I'm so excited to be here. Woohoo! And you're obviously tuning into KBJB Radio, the place to be for all your music and great shows. So, Casey, how are you tonight?
I am doing awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So tonight we're going to be talking a little bit about that challenge that we went through. And I know you and KJ were keeping up with, the daily, spending time connecting, being in your spiritual mode. So tell me, I want to hear about your routine of what you guys have been doing.
Well, I downloaded this. I started my music again here.
Hey.
There we go.
The angels don't lie.
Yeah. So I downloaded this little 5-minute meditation clip to wake up, and I don't know where I got it from, but anyway, so we start out with that. We wake up a little earlier so that we can listen to the meditation, and we kind of get a giggle because it says to at the end it tells you to go smile at your face, and it's kind of funny at the end. But so it always good chuckle to get started, and then we've done.
No, wait, I want to hear a little bit more about smile at your face. What do you have to do?
Well, it tells you that when you get up out of bed, you go over to the mirror and you smile and say, "Hello, face," and it's just to get you in a good mood and get you smiling for the day. And then we've been doing some walking and some yoga. I want to try to do a little exercise, but we've just been pretty much the yoga and the exercise.
Bend?
We've been doing the yoga. I mean, they got the kind of the intro to yoga, so it's been helping.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing. So I've gotten a couple emails, a couple of responses from people that have been following too, and they're noticing a change. Like, do you feel better?
I definitely think, feel a little better, and the other day, through the day, it just helps you get started better. And it even kicked off a little meditation thing I did and did some reading Saturday morning before I started my day.
Oh, perfect. Because you were saying you hadn't spent time to do that. And
yep.
You also said you were being able to journal too. You found some time to do that.
That's what I did. I journaled Saturday morning, and I read a little bit of getting back into reading your book again, and then just sat there and just did some breathing and relaxed for a while in the morning before I started my day on Saturday. And I plan to do that tomorrow too, since I don't have work.
Yeah. It's so important to be able to give ourselves, at least 10 minutes. You deserve more than that, obviously.
Right.
But if you can't carve out 10 minutes, to spend in your spirituality, in your light, then you're going to feel depleted. You're going to feel isolated. You're going to feel lonely. You're going to feel all the yuckiness. So I think that's great.
Well, we had our little get-together on Thursday, right? Remember Thursday?
Yeah, I was just going to say, this past week, we had our Angels Don't Lie get-together at the studio, and we had a nice group, right?
Yes, and that's where I talked to Joanne, and kind of came to the revolution that the more I try to set aside an hour, it's never going to happen. So I just need to start with 10 minutes, and then it'll grow.
If we go big... Yeah, and that's with any change. Like if we decide any kind of lifestyle change that we do, if we go too big at once, we'll get sidetracked and we'll be like, it's too much. And that's where we fail.
Right.
So if we make it easy to accomplish goals, if you say, all right, 10 minutes in the morning and then maybe 10 minutes at night, then you can increase your time as you go. And then you see how much better you feel. And then you're up to 20 minutes or then you're up to 30 minutes of you time. Yeah. So, that was great during our group. They were sharing how it's changed their life. I know Jen is doing it too. She's really having a great time with, spending that journaling time and that quiet time and reflecting. I think it's soul medicine for sure.
I agree.
So during the event, we had such a beautiful connection with everybody. I shared a very intimate client reading that I had with, this woman who a client that turned friend, and it was how Jesus had appeared in the room, and I'm going to share the whole story in just a little bit. Anyways, I ended up making a video about it because it moved everybody in the room so much, and I wanted to be able to a little bit more. I made this video and I put it out there. And today on my way home from work, the angels came in and said, call her. So I phoned Norma, and she is joining me here in the studio. She's sitting right next to me, and she's going to share her side of the story as well, so we can hear both sides of what it was like when she was in this room with us and what happened for both of us. So welcome, Norma. I'm so happy to have you here.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
I know it's a little overwhelming, right? She's looking at the microphone like, oh my gosh.
Not intimidating at all.
Not at all. But it's really great to have you here. And she's such a dear person. We have a lot of fun together. We get together and, do little readings for each other and whatever. We have a good time. But we have history. We have this, healing history behind us. And I was trying to remember how long ago that session was. It's probably like 3 years ago, because it was before I was in Woodbury. It was when I was still seeing clients at home. That was when that session was, right?
Yeah, it was about 3 years ago.
Wow. So we're going to share that story, and we're going to take your calls. So I'd love to hear from you tonight. If you want to have a conversation or you want a reading, the number is 646-891-5252. And I'm going to tell you up front that I'm not feeling the 100%. My throat is bothering me. So if I stop, it's because I really need a drink. I've got my lemon water. I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden my throat is like, hello. Hello. I don't know if it's all the AC from the humidity or what. You are shaking in your seat over there, sister. You have to calm down. Where's that spray? Spray yourself. Spray. It's all okay. Nobody can see us. We're good. We're safe. So, Casey.
Yes.
Casey, can you hear me?
I
have a new challenge for us. I have a brand new challenge.
I like that.
For this month. I know. And so what I'm going to do with the challenge this time is I'm going to make it a little more in depth, where I'm going to share a little bit more Angels Don't Lie group on Facebook. So if you want to take your challenge to the next level, you're going to have to come inside the group, and I'm going to give you some tips, and we're going to share some recipes, and I'll be doing some more Facebook Lives around our next challenge. So that's what's happening. I'm pretty excited about it. I think you guys are going to love it. Yeah. Hold on, I'm going to pull it up because it's on my computer here. Where did you go? I swear I just had it.
So when are you going to lay this challenge on us later in the show? Is this like a teaser?
Yeah, well, here it is. I was trying to pull up the document because I had it on my computer. So I'm calling it, basically, it's a Feeling Better 20-day challenge. So it's now until the last show, which brings us to the end of the month, which is on the 24th. So it's 20 days. And there's science behind doing 21 days in anything that we do. As long as we give it 21 days, and then we can implement a new tradition or a new what is the word I'm searching for? Habit. Thank you. That's how we bring that new habit to fruition. So this is going to be for 20 days, and you can continue it obviously after the show and make that 21-day challenge for yourself. So 21 days, which is incredible. So science behind that, and you can do it. So we're going to do a Feeling Better, because who doesn't want to feel better? You want to feel better, right?
Of course.
I want to feel better. Casey, you want to feel better?
I want to feel better.
I want to feel better. Ooh. Casey, I did it. You made me swear. Oh, man.
I got the time.
Slipped out. Oh, shoot. All right. So anyways, we all want to feel better. And I feel pretty good, but I've been a little bit off my game lately. So we're going to do a 20-day Going Green challenge. What that means is we're going to add green juice, green smoothie, and green foods to our diet. Really going to be fun. So it's not about like necessarily taking anything out. We're going to add And the reason we're going to do this is because it's going to boost your immune. It's going to boost your metabolism. It's also going to boost your ability to detoxify, because when we add our greens in, we get lots of fiber, and that helps to take any toxicities that we have going on in our digestion, in our colon. So it's a great way to really feel better overall, 100%. So we're going to start with that Going Green Challenge, and we're going to add a green juice, a green smoothie, or a steamed green vegetable or a green salad every single day into your meal. So one thing you can pick, whether you're going to start with a green juice in the morning, green smoothie in the morning. You could do sauteed green vegetables for breakfast if you'd like. I do that a lot. You can do a nice big green salad in the middle of the day. And we're going to stay away from the proteins around our greens. We're going to just make sure that that one meal you're having a day is surrounded with the green. How does that sound, Casey?
Sounds good. I was just going to ask you, like, when you say green smoothie, what does that mean? Like, what would you put in it? What would be an example?
I'm going to, So I'll give you a quick example, but I'm gonna post recipes in the Angels Don't Lie group to help people to stay on track. So for me, like, I love to do blueberries, banana, spinach. I add a little sun butter, a little hemp, and so it's all around great. And I usually do that with almond milk or coconut milk. So we've got your spinach, which has all your iron in it. You've got some blueberries, which has the flavonoids in it. You have banana, which is high in potassium. You have your hemp, which is high in protein. And then if you add the sun butter, there's more protein for you as well. So it's a really balanced meal, and that's a simple one, and it's nice and sweet. And you can add some dates if you'd like, and the dates will sweeten it up. Yum. It's one of my favorites. Yeah. So, and you can switch that. You don't have to use the spinach, which is fun. You can make it lighter tasting by adding coconut water instead of the milk. There's a lot of things you can do to play around with that to have it meet your needs, because we're all different, right? Some people like that full feeling, so that's where you would definitely use one of those almond milk, cashew milk, or a little bit heavier. If you want it lighter, coconut milk or coconut water would make it lighter, right? Right. And sun butter is great for people that have peanut allergies or not allergies, so because it's safe. And it tastes like peanut butter, right? Have you had sun butter?
Yeah, I've had it.
It's delicious, right?
Good. I love it.
Yeah. I spread it on celery and I'm eating it. It's so good. Have you tried that, Casey?
I never even heard of it. So I put on my paper with a question mark, and I will definitely got some homework to look that up.
Yeah. My husband's cooking in the kitchen, and it smells so good. I think he's sauteing onions or something. It's good. It smells delicious. All right, so today before we get into the story with my friend Norma here, I had a really interesting thing happen. I was working at the studio, and this woman had called, and she wanted to know about tarot cards that I had at the studio. She said she had been there for a retreat, and she wanted to come in, and she wanted to talk about the artist. So I'm thinking, great. I mean, I don't know a whole lot about the Rider deck I have for sale there, but I do know that it's traditional, and there's some things I know. So anyways, I said, yes, come on in, I'm here. So we got to talking, and I was explaining this Rider deck, and she goes, no, this isn't the deck I was looking for. I was looking for the deck by this artist, as she points to one of Carrie's paintings. And I said, that's really funny, because she's working on a tarot deck. She's actually doing her drawings, and she shares them on social media. She puts them, when she's done with a new illustration, she'll pop it up there. So she's like, no, I saw it finished. Is she putting it in a tin? And I said, I don't know, this is great, because I think this is another confirmation that she needs to finish this deck. I said, you probably saw them, because the paintings are in the big hall where the retreat was. So some of the tarot paintings are there. And she said, no, I saw it, and it was in the tin, and it had that painting. And she pointed to the one, there's this, Carrie did this illustration of this girl and painted it, and she has blonde hair, and it's all this energy is around her. It's all this movement. It's really beautiful. And she's like, this was a cover, and I love her work. And I'm like, I can't wait to tell her. So I start giving her the history of who she is, who Carrie is, and she starts to say that she has a deck in mind, and she's already written a lot of it, and she wants to hire her to illustrate. And I'm like, this is so exciting, right? I'm so excited. So we were talking, and we moved over by the counter because, lo and behold, I have no freaking AC at work. Only in, like, my office, thank God. But the big hall, no AC. So it's 80 bazillion degrees in there. So we move over by the desk because it's cooler, at least. And we start talking, and I ask her where she's from and her history because she's a coach, and she's thinking about doing classes. And I'm like, this is a great place. You can come. I'm telling her all about how she could rent there. And she's like, I live here nearby. She tells me the town and everything. And she says, where are you from? And I said, originally I'm from Brookfield. My husband and I went to high school there. And she said, I think I know you. And I said, I'm feeling like that too. She goes, are you married to Brian? And I said, yes. And she goes, I'm Jennifer. I dated Brian's best friend, Mike. And she gave me her last name. And I'm like, oh, I couldn't even believe it. We were like good friends. We always got together. We hung out. We smoked because that's what we did back then. And we drank because that's what we did back then. So I can't believe that this girl that I hung out with all these times is standing right before me. And I'm famous for not recognizing people. So I'm thinking, angels, really, this is amazing. So we had this great connection. I'm hugging her, and we took a selfie. And I shared it on the Angels Don't Lie group because I told them during our Facebook Live before. And then she sends me the picture of our prom. My gunny sack dress, and it's hysterical. Anyways, what a reconnection. But how beautiful that full circle. She's like, I needed to come back here. Something was telling me that I needed to come here and be here. And I was like, that's beautiful. So anyways, that's my story. It was beyond beautiful. And I've had those connections all day long. I met with another woman who earlier today who runs a foundation. Her daughter had passed from aplastic anemia, and she runs a foundation called Julia's Wings. So every year they do a big fundraiser event, and she runs it. It's quite beautiful, and I lend them my screen that I have, for the like a projector, so people can see. They do like a mini movie. So anyway, she was bringing my screen back, and we were talking, and so all these confirmations were coming up for her and for me as well. So healing work doesn't work for just one person. It works for both when you're doing it. So that was so beautiful. And I'm reminded about the video again that I had made, when I'm talking to her. So my whole day is surrounded about this love and this eternal light that we can connect to, about divine source when we surrender, right? And what that means for us, and how it can shape shift our life if we allow it. It's quite incredible. So anyways, that's why I invited Norma here, so we could have a little conversation about our visit with Jesus, right? Our visit. That's our visit. It's our special thing. Mm-hmm. And I know you're incredibly nervous, so I don't want you to be. I'll do all the talking.
Exactly.
Okay. So basically, I want to tell you guys the story from my perspective. This is how it happened for me. Norma had been coming to me for some time. We would do healing sessions, and we met kind of, Jesus, angels love. They brought us together in this kind of weird fashion. But anyway, so we were working together, and this wasn't our first session, but it was a session where I could feel how depleted you were, and a little bit different than other times because I was feeling a desperation and a not wanting to be here anymore. And right, for you, that's how you were feeling?
Absolutely.
So, and there was all this, it was heightened about I was feeling like a desperation for you, like it was a desperate time. So as I was, doing the healing work, healing work is when somebody is fully dressed, fully clothed on the table, on a massage table. And I use various tools, whatever the angels will show me. So whether it's a singing bowl, crystals, I've used essential oils, I've used a gong. It just depends on what that person needs and what they're showing me. So during this session, I was kind of standing to the side more by your feet, and I was connecting and just saying, dear Jesus, please help me to help her, because she's desperate. She's seeing flashes of light. I could feel everything you were feeling and what you were seeing. They were showing me this almost like a downplay, almost like I downloaded a movie, and then all of a sudden it's playing in my eyes what you were seeing. And you had talked about looking out the window and seeing these lights and not knowing if it was a foreign thing, if it was an angelic thing. It was not revealing. It was scary, and so I could feel it. It was like you were like, it was undeniable, like it was truth. So that's when I was asking, please help me to know, what is this for her? And that's when Jesus appeared, and he stood right by your shoulder. So it was your right shoulder. And that's how it appeared for me. How did he appear for you in that room during that time?
It was just more of a feeling for me of overwhelming comfort.
Right.
More of a bliss feeling of safety and comfort in a time where I was not feeling that way in the world.
Right. And it was like, and then all this information was downloaded, like all of his words were downloaded, and I could feel them, what he wanted me to say and where I needed to go. And I didn't speak at first. I let it all come, which is so not like me. Right. Because normally I'm like sharing. I'm like, oh my gosh. And, but this was like a time, it was like, be still and like listen. So I listened. And as I moved to your head and I was holding the crown, the back of your head and your crown, I was holding like your neck up, is when it was revealing itself in layers and pieces of what it was and what needed to be done. And as he was saying it, I was like, I was not having fear about it. So there was no fear in the room. It was only love, and like everything I felt like was going to be okay. So once everything was downloaded, and this happens in an instant, it seems like it would take hours, but it really, when that energy comes in, it's like, it's so quick. It's like when you post a picture on the World Wide Web, it's out everywhere. Mm-hmm. It goes viral. That's how it's like boom. Yeah, right? So that's when I started to speak, and I said, here, you're not crazy. First, I want you to know you're not crazy. Everything you're feeling is because Jesus came, and Jesus says you have a brain tumor. And the tears immediately started flowing because I think there was some sense of relief.
Yeah, I was completely relieved, because say the least.
Now you're not crazy, right? Because you felt crazy.
Yeah. I was going to, and I won't tell you to finish, but I kept going to physicians, and because I had Lyme's, I was being treated for Lyme's, I had some parallel symptoms. I had fatigue, I was having just some ongoing pain, and vertigo was a big thing for me. And so the visual disturbance was like a mild thing, but because I had a long-term lingering Lyme, the physicians kept dismissing my reappearing to the traditional doctor. So when I was coming for the healing sessions, I was having relief, but again, and I know you directly said to me, they're missing something. The physicians are missing something. It's been here for some time, and you have to get an MRI. You need it now. Something along that line.
Yeah, and it was like, it was exactly that. It was like, yes, go to the hospital.
You're like, get off the table now and go to the hospital. I'm like,
yeah.
Okay, off the table now and go to the hospital.
But like, and I remember you like, you bending down and you're like, okay, and the tears are flowing, and I'm like, and I knew everything was going to be okay, and I was, I don't think we got it all out in one session. I think that we had a second session where the rest of it came out, but it was really like, you're going to be okay. They're going to want to radiate, but no, that's not what we're going to do. They're going to want to do this. They can't take it out, but you just need to know what it is. Like, that's basically like,
exactly.
Go. Mm-hmm. And I didn't even remember if it was MRI at first or CAT scan.
It was CAT scan, yeah. And actually, you did say CAT scan, and I literally left your house, went down the street, walked in, and I was thinking, how the freak am I going to get a CAT scan? I've been to every physician. I walked in, explained my symptoms to the highest T, and the guy just looked at me. He was like, well, most of get a CAT scan. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I feel like it was all set up, like, you know, it was supposed to be. Yeah. And so when you were there, and I remember, like, I was asking, am I supposed to go with her? And they said, no, she's okay. So it must have been scary to be there. Like what was going through your mind?
I mean, I was terrified, of course, because, you know, CAT scans in itself, you know, all the noise and such. But they came back. They didn't tell me then that to verify your confirmation. But I go into the patient portal.
Right.
And I read those reports, and they said we have an area of concern. You have to go get an MRI. So right. I knew right then and there.
Yeah.
And, you know, pre-approvals with the MRI, stuff like that, I wasn't reading. So I went home. I read the report. I could see it. The report was posted with the information already. So I went to the ER the next day, and Danbury walked in,
right.
explained the symptoms. They read the other report. They don't walk in and give you an MRI in the ER, but somehow I went there and they discharged me and made an appointment upstairs right away for the MRI in Danbury Hospital, and was able to have the MRI the next day after seeing you, which is usually virtually impossible.
Yes, and I remember the chain of events, and I remember you texting me, and I just remember, you know, too, like saying, like, keep calm, like everything is going to be okay, like, but you needed to know, like you needed, you know, like cold, hard, written down exactly what it was. And but I like that, because that's our human side, that's our need, right? And then here we have the spiritual side where here's the information it's given, what do we do with it, right? What do you do with it?
Yeah, no, because you know, and I believe in physicians, I do, but I also found that this helped me to get the proper medical care that I needed. So,
I think that's the important tool too, because, you know, we have a choice, and, you know, doctors are human and we need them. We need to have a good connection with our doctors. We need to have a big communication to say, but here's how my body, because we're not all the same. And so your symptoms may appear to be similar to somebody else. You're still a unique human, and your body needs different things to heal. So I agree. I think we need both. We need our spirituality and we need our medicine. We need to have that healthy balance. You know, we need to follow our intuition and our gut, but we lose that sight when we're nervous or when we're frustrated, right? We lose that connection. We can't always see for ourselves. So that's why we find healers, or we find people that will guide us or love us enough and show us a different view, right? Right. I think that's so important. That's that light work. She's shaking her head. Yes. She can't speak. She's losing her voice. You're doing so good. You're doing so good. So, like for me, when we were in that room, and you know, it was very visual that day. It's not always visual for me, but that day it was. I needed to see. Not that I needed to see to believe, because I have full belief, but I needed to see so I could have that firm foundation, like, this is no joke. This is true. Like, you have to send her to the hospital. She needs this. Everything's going to be okay. And I kept feeling that over and over and over again. So our next session, when you came back, that's what we went over. Like, you're going to be okay. And even though you were freaking out, like, I can't imagine, like, yes, you get this diagnosis. So what was tell everybody the actual diagnosis.
So it turned out, and this is part of possibly why it was missed, I have a very rare brain tumor called a jugular foramen schwannoma, which I had never heard of before. It's a skull-based tumor, meaning it's in the back of your head in the skull. And if it's at current time inoperable in the sense of it's space occupying, and you're correct in the fact that everything is okay, but it did guide me to the fact that what monitoring needed to be done, what nutrition did I need to follow, which is a big thing you and I had worked on.
How often do you go back for scans?
So now just once a year, because it has not grown.
Right.
So, but just having that information to know, okay, this is something I need to for life maintenance to keep an eye on.
Right.
That type of thing.
So we were able to take our conversation to the next level. Like the angels were able to guide us on a journey of what was best for the healing energy. What was best for your body, because it's not the same for me, or for maybe another client. It's very specific and based off of Norma's needs. So this is what we did. We tapped in and we were able to come up with a plan. Like here are the herbs. Like I remember specifically, it was the reishi and the chaga mushrooms, and it was about making a broth with them and drinking the broth. Mm-hmm. And so that was a big one. And it, obviously, first, I think it's across the board with anybody that has a growth is a no sugar diet, because sugar actually feeds that. So when we remove sugar, we give it an opportunity to then begin to heal and not be fed, not to grow. So, and I don't remember some of the other things that they were saying.
Yeah, I think we even removed gluten, was it one of the things for a while. Definitely right, because as alkaline as possible. The water, just as much, getting the pH.
Oh, yeah, it was the water. The water was big for you.
Alkaline water. Things along that direction.
And stress for you, because you can get that nervous stress energy, which is so normal for somebody that has a higher connection. So you've had visions before of spiritual beings. So I think this was one of the things I think is most amazing is when you're in a healing session. I'll say angels or loved ones, and I'll have higher beings coming. Obviously I've had Jesus come, but not in that physical form as strongly, at that one moment for you. Except for I am working with a baby now, and there has been some information as that, but it was needed because you had this beautiful, and I call this an innocence. It's this beautiful energy that you have full faith. And so there's an undeniable thing. You have full faith, so you've seen, you know. Would you share one of your experiences of how you've seen? No? Okay, that's all right. You're good. And we talked about it a little bit earlier that
maybe another time.
Yeah, that's fine. of how it's appeared for her, but it's a common thing. I know that people have that. They've witnessed. They've had those. Some say, what is it, an apparition, where you have a vision of a holy being, but then you might deny it, or you might push it away, or you might think you're crazy. You'll see an apparition, maybe in a tree. It'll appear. These are your signs. These are little healing nuggets that come for you. They're reminders that love is available to you if you so choose it. So it is about our choice. It is about opening up. It's about having that love. That's beautiful. My voice hurts now. Casey, talk. I need a break.
Well, there's a friend of mine. Yeah, I'm here. A friend of mine he lives out in Nevada, and he's going through some cancer right now. So I got to see if I can get him to call you, call into the show.
Yeah, that's so hard, right?
Yep.
It's, I know. And, I'd like to ask our listeners to take a moment, if we could, and do a prayer for my friend Sue. Her mom is in the hospital, and she also is not doing well. There's very big health concerns. And so just to support Sue as she's journeying with her mom, obviously we want to send her mom love and light, but when you're the caretaker, you don't necessarily have prayers coming your way. So if we can help hold her up so she can do the work she needs to do and take care of her mom in this time. So sending all that love and light out to you, Sue. It's beautiful. So number here is 646-891-5252. 5252. Yes. And my friend Norma brought her her tarot cards tonight because she's such a beautiful soul. We're doing a little pull card. You want a pull card? pull a card for our audience? A random? It'd be fun.
Sure. What's it going to help with?
Off topic. Oh, Casey, talk to me.
How's your event for Thursday? Do you have some people signed up?
Nope, I'm actually canceling it now because we don't have anybody signed up, and it actually works out to be well that I'm not going to do it because I have like a full day of readings that day,
Right.
and then the next day as well. So I'm a little like my throat is bothering me, so obviously I'm a little worn out.
You don't want to
Yeah.
be sick for vacation.
Right?
That's usually,
I know.
I do that. That happens to me. I get a little stressed out prior to vacation, and then I kind of run myself down like that.
I know, it's so hard. So hard. What do you have there?
So, ironically, I pulled the Temperance card, which is the Archangel Michael card, which is the healer of the deck, means healing in time and patience.
I love that.
So that resonates well with the show, too.
It really does.
Mm-hmm.
And I just told Melissa earlier a little story about my granddaughter. I'm sorry, my throat is really bothering me. My 3-year-old granddaughter slept over, and on the way over to the studio yesterday, she was telling me that my husband's grandfather was here, and I'm like, she's like, Gampy. I see Gampy. I'm like, is Gampy here? She's like, no, I see him. So I was like, oh, you see him? I'm like, that's great. And I pull up to the studio, and, you know, she's hugging me. She's being all sweet, which she can be hot or cold. This kid cracks me up. She's such a Capricorn. So my daughter's getting her in the car, and then she's telling her that she's like, does my mom live here? She said, no, this is where my mom works. And she said, there's ghosts here. She goes, they are. So Lauren's telling me, I go, ask her if they're happy ghosts or not happy ghosts. And she said, they're not really happy. And so then I ask her, I'm like, can I ask them to leave? And yeah, just tell them to go. So I called on Archangel Michael, and my whole way in, I'm smiling because I'm thinking, the mouth of a 3-year-old is telling me that the place needs to be cleared. And I'm like, yes, Archangel Michael, please come, take these energies to the light. So Archangel Michael is that light for us. He's a protector. And he can bring the soul. So if you're feeling your home or an area where there might be energy stuck, or, people say hauntings. I don't like that word. Souls will come and visit, and they'll get stuck, and we can just ask them to leave. And that's how it happens. We just ask them to leave, and then they go. So it's a believability. It's a connection. That's what I have to say, Casey. That's what I have for you.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So
I see you moved out your the event, the weekend event, to the 19th of August.
Which? Yes, the retreat weekend.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
No, it's not the weekend of the 19th, is it?
I thought I saw something August 20th.
Hold on, let me see, because I wouldn't normally put something on that weekend because that's my birthday weekend.
Oh boy.
It's August 10th.
August 10th.
It's the weekend before August 10th.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah.
I was confusing the two together.
I know KJ's birthday's in August too.
Yep. August 5th.
When is she's the 5th? She's the beginning. So yeah, I don't normally plan stuff around my birthday because it's my birthday. And
you one of those birthday week people?
Yes, I am. I usually have a party for myself. And I'm not even kidding you. I do. I'll invite my friends over, and yes.
Well, my friend Ron out in Nevada
celebrate.
tuned in, so he's listening to us right now. So we'll have to say a prayer.
Oh, he
for
is?
Yep, he just had his first chemo and radiation today, so we'll have to say a prayer for him today.
Yeah, lots of love. I know that's not easy. Big stuff there. So, and if you want to call in and you want to have a little chat, 646-891-5252. Casey, is this the friend you went and stayed with?
No. Hey, we do have some
No,
callers
okay.
here. I was on another page. I got a caller sitting here waiting for us.
Hey, there you go.
Are you ready?
I'm ready if you're ready.
All right, let's do this.
Let's do it. Hi, this is Jeannie.
Hi, Jeannie. It's Marianne.
Hi, Marianne. How are you?
I'm doing good. Kitty and I are making it look less like an episode of Hoarders and more like a home again.
So where
Really
did you move?
funny.
Did you move into her house, or did you guys move someplace together?
No, I moved into her house.
Okay, I was trying to understand that. There you go. The sisters,
Yeah.
the sisters. I love that.
Yeah, the sisters. Two old hens and a young chick.
I know.
But Mia's with us too.
I know that Mia. How's my Mia girl?
She's a love. She really is.
She
She's so
really
much
is.
help. She really
Yeah.
is. And she misses Uncle Roger as much as I miss him, so
Yeah.
we're good together. But you know I've had a lot of changes going on.
I know.
And for the past week, both Mia and I have been waking up to the smell of cigarette smoke, and I can't figure out.
Oh, Gene is
Who
totally
it is?
messing with. It's Gene. He's totally messing with people. And he's having such a blast doing it, by the way.
Oh,
Because-
yeah, he would.
Yeah. Yes, he would. Who's got the health stuff going on, Marianne?
Well, Kitty's neck is giving her a problem, and I've had some problems with my hemoglobin dropping, and they can't figure out why.
Yeah, and I feel like for you, because this is what Roger's showing me. And first off, he's so smiley and so smitten on you. It's quite adorable. And I do feel like he's still taking care of you, even though you're such an independent woman. He says, I do feel like there's some gut issues for you. He's showing me and I don't know, upper GI stuff. So do you have a hiatal hernia, or he's giving me this pain in my upper gut?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have been having abdominal problems. So.
Yes. So this is kind of where everything is stemming from. It's time to heal that, and healing it is about for you. He's showing it's an alkaline diet. Because you're very stressed, and you eat around stress. So you kind of no matter what you eat, you're eating as if it's stress. So eat with love, and be in love. He wants you to take care of yourself. Now things are going to soothe down. And I love soups and smoothies and really calm foods he's showing for you.
Okay.
I love that for you. So I feel some of that will calm down for you, because it feels it's he's giving me this staticky feeling.
Yeah.
And you're not diabetic, right?
I am.
Okay. So I'm it's so funny because he's giving me is it, what's the word? Why is he saying pre-diabetic?
Yes. It's more since I lost all that weight, everything is more normal than it was.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not on insulin any longer. Basically, I'm not on much of anything.
Yeah, and this is the thing that you need to feel better is a healthier diet, and I feel this is what's going to help Kitty as well. I know Kitty doesn't really cook, so I love her, but she needs to stay away from the kitchen. So this is where I feel you come in, and it's all about that relearning, and Mia on board too. This actually came around Mia before. We talked about kind of shifting things. So I feel it's having fun, the three of you, by by having, and I love the challenge for you guys, the green challenge. Like, I love it. I think it's like right up all your alley.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I had to take a sip. So I think
I know. I know your throat's bothering you.
I don't know where it's coming from, but probably, hopefully it'll go away.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like Gene has been moving things. He's the instigator. Roger said he's the instigator. He's still up to it. He's still making the jokes. Tripping people. He's still doing it.
Okay. All right. We kind of thought that maybe it was Eugene, but I just, with everything that was going on, I just wanted to make sure that our thoughts were right and it wasn't someone else who was trying to get to us to tell us something.
No, and it's really funny because your mom steps forward. Your mom was a big smoker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. She's like stepping forward. She's like, it really could be any of us.
Yeah.
But it's not her. She's like, no, this is not me. Because she's like, I'm not the trickster energy. That's not who I am. But your mom looks so like she's showing me like her skin. Like she was like, tell her how good my skin looks now. Yeah. She looks so clear and happy. And your dad, he looks healthy. He's like, tell her I look healthy. And I've gained my strength. Like where I was weak, and I've gained my strength.
Good.
Yeah. And I know there's some, there's complications. There's things in the family that are uneasy. And they really try to support the healing. It's not about taking sides because they love you all. So I just feel like where can you be easeful is the best answer to that problem.
Okay.
Do you understand that?
I do.
Good.
I do.
Perfect.
I do. All right.
Well, thank you so much for calling in.
Oh, thank you very much. And you have a great evening. I hope you feel better.
Thank you. You too. I'll talk to you soon. Give Kitty a hug for me.
I will. Bye.
Oh, I love them. And it's funny because I actually was telling the girl that came to the office today, Jen, that we were talking about Eugene, who was Kitty's husband. Eugene was my husband's best man in the wedding. So, because obviously she dated Brian's other friend, and just like the circle. So I was talking about Kitty and Eugene today. And it's funny that, here's the synchronicities, right? The angels bring it forth, and Mary Ann calls in. So,
comes back around.
What's that?
Comes back around.
It does, right? Yes, I love that. So anyways, what are we going to talk about now, Casey?
I got another caller.
Well, that's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah,
then.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Go.
Hi, this is Jeannie. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, Jeannie. It's Jen. Hi, everybody.
Hi, how are you?
Doing? Not too bad. I wanted to call and say thank you so much for the blessing about, that evening and you work and all of that, because it's so important, and I have been working hard, so I appreciate it. But I wanted to call. I went to the Wisdom House today, so I just wanted to quickly, talk about it a little bit because I know you had asked me to follow up with you, so I went today. So yeah, I don't know what you would like me to divulge into in regards to that. And that was Sister Joanne that you had on your show. She really spoke to me through your show, so I thank you for that as well.
So yeah, I didn't know what you were doing with Sister Joanne.
Yeah, I had called her and we met, and I just asked if I could have a tour or kind of explore the grounds a little bit, just especially the labyrinth that has been calling me, and I really recommend it to anybody to go there. I mean, it's such a peaceful, serene beautiful place.
It's a great place. They have the labyrinth, like to go and meditate, and it's a great place. People will go and stay there to, like writers will go to retreat there and be still. Their cafeteria, their food is like top notch. They'll do all farm to table. Yeah, really, really beautiful. Their chapel is amazing. Did you see the glass in the chapel that they had made?
Yes, I took pictures.
That is artwork alone. Because they couldn't replace the stained glass, which is so expensive. So there is this newer way that they could put in a stained glass look. It's like they're painted, but it's absolutely breathtaking.
Yeah. Yeah, you can. You can do it on glass as well. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I wanted to read this just really quick, as you said, the chapel, which actually will tie into this. It's from the book of Isaiah, but it's a part of it. But it says, whether you turn to the right or to the left, your ears will hear these words behind you saying, "This is the way, walk it." And that's Isaiah 30:21.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so I just thought that tied in. And going through the labyrinth, I've been reading about it, and there's been a lot of signs. But it talks about how to look inside and deal with the emotional pain that, myself personally, I've been holding on to. So it's been coming up. So it all just really all just fit together. So yes, I appreciate that. I appreciate Sister Joanne. I appreciate
beautiful.
everybody there. Yeah, it was amazing. So I think.
Well, thank you for sharing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You have a good night. Take care, everybody.
You too, honey. Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care, hon. Bye. Yeah, the Wisdom House is so gorgeous. KJ and I got to go for one of the chamber breakfasts, and we had this grand tour, which was so I don't know, just so beautiful. And they do such a beautiful job there. They do lots of different kind of retreats and stuff. So I'm glad that Jen got to go there, and it's a peaceful place, a place to be still with oneself. And we were talking earlier in the show about spending that 10 minutes for yourself and doing things like that, whether you go visit the Wisdom House. And one of my dear friends this past week, she went to I lost it, the name, the Grotto. The word just went out of my head. She went to the Grotto and spent time there. And I love going to the Grotto because it's such a stillness, and you can be with that holy energy. So wherever you find it, if you can't do it at home, there are beautiful places that you can spend time in. The Grotto is outside in Brookfield, and then there's another one up in Litchfield, the Lourdes, which is so beautiful and totally worth the trip as well. And I love that. So that you time. And you like to hike. You go. You're in nature. You're a tree hugger.
Oh, yes. Big time.
Yeah.
Tree hugger, tree kisser.
Tree hugger. She's a tree hugger. Yeah. It's great energy because it's restorative. It reminds you of who you are and why you're here. That you're not here just to work every day in an office or be in road rage or,
paperwork.
Take care of people, take care of your kid. Like, you're here to live. You're here to experience. So your experiences are important. And you, my friend, are invaluable if you just remember. I love that. I do. So, our green challenge. I challenge you to a duel. Can you do it? Can you pull off the green juice? Can you do a green smoothie? Can you do a whole meal with just vegetables? Can you? I don't know. I want to know. So join us in the Angels Don't Lie Facebook group. Email me at jeannie@jeanniestreet.com. Be sure to check out my website if you'd like to have a full reading, or maybe even try the transformational the transformational session, you want to have a conversation about that. If you're ready to move through the challenges that are before you, if you're ready to change your life, that is the session for you. It's really a wonderful thing. So this pretty much wraps up our night. And Norma, thank you so much for coming and sharing. Really, it's a blessing. You don't really know how important it is, just your words and just your energy being here and being willing to give that. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Beautiful. Casey, thank you for sharing your morning routine. And I think it's a lot of fun that you guys stand in front of the mirror and say good morning face.
Yep, good morning face. We both get a chuckle out of it every morning.
Good morning face. Oh my gosh.
And I'm looking forward to the green challenge.
Next week Good. So next week I'm gonna have a replay of the #1 most downloaded show. Really, I think there's like crazy amounts that have been downloaded off of this one episode. So that's going to be the show for next week, and then I will be back and we will follow up on the challenge. And in the meantime, we'll be posting in the Facebook group and sharing recipes and lots of fun stuff. Lots of fun stuff coming your way. So I hope that you all have a blessed night and that you remember the truth of who you are and you see yourself in that reflection looking back at you and just see that shininess, that love that you have to offer. And remember, I know what I know because angels don't lie. Good night, everybody.